This is random junk that I was going to donate. It came out of a purge pile. But what if I could take this stuff and turn it into something more? What if it could turn into paying off a bill? What if it could turn into a car repair? What if it helped fund a vacation next year? Why do you need $500? I've got several reasons, but that will be a completely different video. But what I'm starting with here is stuff that literally is zero. I was going to donate it, throw it in a scrap pile, get rid of it, because it's not really worth anything. It's not big inventory. It's not some huge score that I found at a yard sale. All this stuff is either extremely low value or a very slow, if any, sell-through rate. And I'll go through the items here shortly. The main goal for me, for this video, this challenge, is to see, can I turn it into something else? I also want to keep it really simple. I don't want to get tied up to a bunch of time trying to find things to source. I can't turn it into something where I spend tons of time trying to find items. I just said that, sourcing, but I can't turn it into a lot of time cleaning, packing, shipping. I don't want to deal with huge, heavy items. As the funds grow, maybe that'll grow a little bit, but I really want to keep it simple, because if I get too much time invested into it, it defeats the purpose of the challenge. So the stuff I have to sell is, one, are these tire chains. I bought these tire chains for a little Nissan pickup I had that was a two-wheel drive. Cables, I'm sorry, they're cables. And I never used them. I ended up selling the truck here about a year ago, and these have been sitting on the shelf. I had them behind the seat, and I decided to keep them. There's a part number right there, 0173355. I didn't see anything sold with that part number. I saw listed comps for $29.99 with free shipping. I don't think we'll get $29.99 with free shipping. It's definitely the wrong time of year right now. It's the end of June. Nobody's really looking for tire cables. The other thing I have is this KitchenAid mixer. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that's a KitchenAid, it'll sell. It will, I do think so, it does work. But here's the problem with it. One, it's pretty scratched up. Two, the biggest problem I found is the part number right here, or the model number, KHM7QGC5. I couldn't find any sold comps on that. Maybe I put 0 in instead of Q. However, I did see sold comps for a 7-speed KitchenAid mixer, which is what this is. It does work, has a little bit of a rattle to it. Again, the sold comps I found were about 15 bucks. I think if I priced it there, I can move it. I think the only thing it has going for it is it has these dough hooks and this beater. And I know some people are probably thinking you could sell these separately. I may sell them separately. I don't know. I don't want to get a bunch of time tied up into it. The other thing I have is this one V10 Ford emblem. These do sell. I think this will sell fairly quick. $14.99 is what I priced it at with free shipping. They sold for between $15 and $18 from what I saw. There's lots of them listed for more than that, but this is what they sold for. And I'm looking to sell it, not look at it any longer. This clamp was in my scrap pile. It has a part number on there. I'm not going to read it to you, but it has a part number. So what I did is I searched that part number up because I had a feeling that this went to a Cummins diesel. I ended up with a lot of parts for a Cummins diesel here a couple years ago. But this was in the scrap pile. I didn't see any sold comps for this particular clamp. It's an airbox to turbo clamp, I think. But I did find through research on some Dodge websites, and by that I mean Google, It fits a 1990 to a 1992 Cummins diesel. I think I already said that. But I do think that that will sell. I don't think it'll sell for a lot of money, but I think it'll sell for anywhere from like $10 to $15 with free shipping. I put $17.99 on there. That's what I'm going to list it for. The other thing I have is this ammo can. I really don't know where it came from. I know I ended up with it because it had a lot of brass in it. And I think I bought the brass and ended up with the can. I haven't researched this yet, but I did research this particular can a year or so ago, I guess, because it's been sitting around here forever. And I didn't see any extreme value here. But again, in this series, if I do find out that that's some really super rare ammo can, I'll tell you. But we're keeping it in the challenge. The other thing I have is this set of floor mats. So these, excuse me, these floor mats came out of my daughter's car. A little bit of heel wear there. We upgraded to a nice set of rubber floor mats. And these were sitting around here. I was going to put them in the Goodwill pile because there's not really a lot of sold comps for carpeted floor mats that are just for the fronts. I saw some sold comps for a 4-piece set, and I saw lots of sold ones that were rubber. So I'm going to try to get $30 out of these with free shipping. Now again, this stuff is low value. So if you go look it up on your own and you find that you think I'm wrong, believe me, I did not spend a ton of time researching this stuff because all I saw was low value. I spent probably on each piece maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes at the most. My goal is with this not just to move random junk, but could I take this stuff that I normally wouldn't give any time to and turn it into something more? Something like a credit card payment, maybe a doctor's bill that's past due, a utility bill, maybe vacation money, maybe a car repair. You know, $500 doesn't fix much anymore, but if you buy your own parts and do your own repairs, $500 can go a long way. That's basically what it's about for me. So this is going to be episode 1 of the $500 challenge for me. How will it follow up? I don't know. Probably shorts. I'll probably put it in some short videos and then maybe follow up with a long video later as the stuff sells and I find some new inventory. One thing I did want to mention, the boxes serve a purpose. Because I don't want to spend a ton of time dealing with shipping. Once I get it listed, I want to get it measured, weighed, get all that into the shipping information on the eBay listing like it's supposed to be. And the one thing, if you've never really sold much on eBay, the one suggestion I can give to you, this is great to go ahead and box the stuff up. It does take up room in storage, but you won't have to deal with it later after you sell it. You're better to deal with it now. The one suggestion I would give you, don't tape the box shut yet, because I guarantee you what'll happen, you pack this up, tape it up, and get it all nice and ready to go, and somebody's going to say, hey, could you send me a picture of the measurement of the clamp, please? Then you have to cut it all open, get the measurement, and post the picture. But go ahead, get your stuff boxed up. Don't tape it shut yet, and it's ready to go. New to YouTube, I really don't expect a bunch of subscribers at this point, but please give the video a like. Thanks for watching.